guys, Savvy here, and for the first time ever, I have created my own BookTube tag! So, my tag is called the Guilty Pleasures tag. This is a tag for books and other forms of media that you just love and you're proud of the fact that you love, even if society and the world tells you that you are somehow less sophisticated for loving these books or TV shows or media. You love them and that's all that matters. We don't need to feel guilty about our guilty pleasures. Instead, we're gonna celebrate them with the Guilty Pleasures tag. So for this tag, I kind of took inspiration from the way that Ms. Betty G did her Shook BookTube tag, so I will link to that tag in the description below so you can see. But basically what she did was take the word shook and each letter stood for a different thing and you use that thing to describe the book. So that's what I'm doing, but this time with the word guilty. So to start off, the letter G stands for Goofy. And that is a book that is not very serious, but you love it because it makes you smile. For me, that book is Azumanga Daioh. So this book is quite a lot of manga, and I would say this is actually the only manga I've ever read all the way through, even though it's like super thick. But I love this book, I love the TV show. And what I love the most about this is even though it's just like a bunch of 4-panel comics that come down to really stupid jokes, like I love that this is a book about a bunch of girls in high school and they're not like dating or going through tons of drama. They're just like a group of girls that go to high school together and they act weird with each other and that's it. And I'm like, that's so relatable because all I did was go to school and act weird, so how about that? So this book is completely goofy, but I absolutely love it. Next is You, and that stands for underrated. So what's a book that you love even though maybe it didn't get the best ratings on Goodreads or Amazon, maybe it didn't get the best reviews, but you love it anyway? For me, that book is going to be No, I Can't Even. I thought this book was absolutely hilarious, and this book has gotten a lot of hate on Goodreads for saying this book isn't really believable, like so much of the stuff that happens is just completely ridiculous, like I can't suspend my disbelief that far. And I'm like, guys, this book is stylized. It reminds me of the show Arrested Development, and like the sense of humor in that show. None of those events are really gonna happen. Like everything is grounded in reality, it's realistic, there's no like fantasy or magic elements, but like so like the things could happen, but they won't, you know? Like it's very just ridiculous and hilarious. It's like borderline absurdist and I love it for that. So I would say that book has gotten very underrated, but I will read it over and over. I think it is one of the best books. Next is I for Inconceivable. This is a book that you love even though its premise is so ridiculous. For me, I'm gonna go all the way back to middle school and talk about the Click series. Does anyone remember that series? I loved that so much in middle school. And these books were just absolutely ridiculous. They were middle school drama of like 12 to 14-year-old girls, and their drama was just like so ridiculously through the roof, off the wall, so insane. Like these girls were like incredibly wealthy, like so rich, like Gossip Girl level kind of stuff. And their drama was just like so, like they would fight over guys, but then they would also fight over like, they would like hatch these elaborate plots to like destroy each other socially. It was just so funny. So these books were so ridiculous and somehow I still found them relatable as a middle schooler even though they were like not even close to anything I had ever experienced. But so yeah, they're pretty inconceivable, but I would say they're pretty fun. Next is L for Love. This is a book that has a very simple, basic romance in it that's nothing special, but you just still connect to it so hard. For me, I'm gonna go with Let It Snow. This book is a collaboration between John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle, and oh my god, this book is just so good. Basically, this is a novel that's like made up of like 3 separate novellas, where each one follows a different character, but you can see how they're all starting to weave into each other and come together. And each one features a pretty simplistic holiday romance all around Christmas time. Either someone's breaking up, someone's getting together. They're very basic teenage romances, but the way that they come together at Christmas time is just really, really cute, and I would highly recommend this. T is for TV. So instead of talking about books for this one, talk about a TV show that other people might say is trashy or might say is not very intelligent or whatever, but you still like it and there's nothing wrong with that. I would say a show like Dr. Phil for this one. I've been a Dr. Phil fan since like 2002 when he first started. I was probably 10 years old in 2002, so yes, I was a very young Dr. Phil fan, but I was already there for the drama from the beginning. In the past, I also had a big thing for like weight loss shows, but I had to stop watching those because they were making me have a bad body image, so that's a whole story for another day. But back in the day, I used to love to just like sit down with my friends and get drunk and eat wings and watch people lose weight. And then I was like, maybe I should lose weight. So now I don't watch weight loss shows. And then Y is for young. This is a book that you read as an adult that was targeted at someone way, way younger than you, but you still loved it just as much as its target audience. For me, that's going to be the book Star-Crossed by Barbara D. So this is a middle grade novel targeted clearly at middle schoolers, like maybe like 4th through 8th grade, I would say. I read this book when I was 25. And oh my god, did I love this book. I actually wish that this book had been around when I was in middle school because I found it so sweet. So this is kind of a Romeo and Juliet retelling. It's a school that's putting on the play Romeo and Juliet. We all know that whenever a story has a school putting on Romeo and Juliet, the two kids that are cast as those two main roles are gonna like fall in love. There's gonna be drama with that. Like, that's just such a trope at this point. But this book makes it interesting because it's actually two girls playing Romeo and Juliet, and the girl who plays Romeo she was like interested in the guy who had the part of Romeo before her and had to drop out, but now she's starting to find herself having feelings for the girl who's playing Juliet, and she's like, what is this? She's bisexual, that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, that's all addressed in like the sweetest way possible, and it's just like so nice. I love this book. So even though it was targeted at like middle schoolers and that was who the book was about, I found myself like so invested in this as an adult. So I recommend it. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Guilty Pleasures tag. I am going to tag some people to participate in this, so take a look in the description below, and I will have a list of people I'm tagging. I'll also try to tag all you guys on Twitter as well. So I really hope that you guys choose to do this tag and that you choose to tag other people in it as well, because I had a lot of fun making this. I will be making another tag as well in the future, so keep an eye out for that. Please let me know what you thought of this tag in the comments below. If you're enjoying these videos, please like, please subscribe, please take a look at my description where I have my links to all my social media where you can follow me as well. If you're interested in me as a writer, I also have a link to my novel Sculpt Yourself, which is now available on Amazon. For the kids and the dogs in your life, I also have a link to foreverhomefriends.com, which is where I have books that I tell stories of real rescue dogs, and as always, 10% of profits benefits animal shelters. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!